I realized I didn't even show you guys the floor yet completed. It's pretty cool. Ooh, so shiny. It's good though, it's pretty good. And you look at that stuff and it just inspires confidence. You're like, you know, I wanna spill something on there. And so it's like all cured up, but there is something you need to know. There's fumes coming off that thing. Like it is, like you're gonna smell it when this stuff is applied. Now it's typically applied in warehouses and garages, doorways that you can open up to the outside and get that ventilation going. Not as much in here. There's a big garage door at the back, but then this area is closed off and there's only a tiny little door to the front over there. In the meantime, I actually set a little desk up. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of panels. Shout out Vin, who was secretly in here. I did give him a key, so I knew it was possible. Putting in work and taking these panels down. Look at this. We're gonna keep that ceiling for sound purposes and acoustics. We're gonna keep this drop ceiling, but we wanna paint the T-bar portion in black to match a new type of panel we're gonna put in, and also switch it from a 2x4 grid into a 2x2 grid using 2-foot pieces. So the panels are actually gonna be squares. That's my desk currently. I'm also a little bothered by all these fluorescent lights that were left here. Apparently there's a whole thing about disposing them, so now I gotta look into that. You can't just chuck those things. Got a message from Beverage Business Contact, who hopefully you're gonna meet soon. I'm just gonna ask if that's cool. And he's apparently got some numbers for me, which are scary. Numbers are scary. Until you're making sales, then they're less scary. But at the moment, am I gonna need a forklift? Like
knock?
No, you're good. New stuff is coming in, and also the receptacles. So like, look what happened with these receptacles.
Got painted over and
like they're all yeah, they're all just, and like you remember these type of light switch, like
those are all old.
Can't really have that stuff going on. Called him up. I said, hey man, like how busy are you? And he was like, I'm coming down. You got this fluorescent light, another track light, 1, 2 fluorescent lights. Look at this, like random.
That's just a random light.
But like that's not. Look at the way that thing's hanging there. That's not. Is that official?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's official. See those wires just sitting there like that?
Yeah.
Like what are we doing with that?
Well, do you have a ladder? Transformer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And annoying as hell.
Yes.
That's life right there?
Yep, unfortunately.
Yeah, the lighting, so the lighting in here is a lot better.
A lot better. Well, they're probably the old fluorescent bulbs,
yeah, I know.
They got a lot of mercury and stuff in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you have to dispose of them at a proper...
Oh. Are you gonna tell me the same thing off camera?
What's the space gonna be?
You're asking a lot of questions. I barely even needed to use the pliers. It kind of just clicks together. You now understand why these systems are so popular, because they're modular and everybody understands them and they're everywhere. New ladder, well, just a taller one. I actually like this ladder. It has a nice platform at the top, but it's just a bit short. This really typical ladder, the weight limit was listed at 225. Where is that? Yeah, right over there, look at that, 225. Don't step on that thing if you're a big boy. Some other cool stuff going on. I picked up some Philips Hue. So this should make for a much upgraded light experience in here. The only problem is that they're white around the outside and the ceiling is going to be dark, mostly black. So I did discover that what you can do is kind of mask off the light fixture and spray paint to match. And I'll show you that process. I also got the Pro version, the Bridge Pro. That's what this thing's called. It looks like it was opened. Ordered it from Amazon. Looks like it was a return of some kind. Hopefully that works properly. I also got some stuff from Home Depot. Fumes and stuff, dust, whatever. I got some spray paint. It's flat black, obviously. This is pretty cool. You can get these now with the 5-in-1 nozzle, so you can pick your spray. It's pretty good. This is the painter's tape I was talking about. I got the fat one just so I could, use fewer strips for coverage when I'm masking out those lights. And then this thing is probably the coolest thing that I got. Tool-free, adjustable hole cutter. Like, you just set your size in there, drill out your hole. Now this is for recessed lights. You just set it up, and it has this screen on it so that it can catch the debris. Now in my case, I don't think that's gonna matter because I can do the work on the ground level, but if you were reaching up to the ceiling upside down and you were cutting a hole into drywall, or you just couldn't pull the tiles down, then that would catch the dust so it's not in your face. Another thing I got that for some reason I just didn't own yet is like a more precision, smaller. Don't worry, I'm gonna be careful with that. Speaking of that, look how healed that is. That's crazy. Really good job. I mean, I think when it's completely healed and all the skin is back, you really won't even see the scar. My hand is dirty. I was picking up that ladder.